Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Tech back into the video day, and today the Houston Rockets are playing their 29th regular season game against the Phoenix Suns. Their first matchup against the Phoenix Suns this season. It feels like last time this year around last year we had played the Phoenix Suns a lot more than we have so far. I mean, I think by this time last year we had played them like 3 or 4 times, but now this is only our first matchup against the Phoenix Suns. The Suns, who have been struggling as late, just took a Christmas loss, 128-114 of the Dallas Mavericks. And the Rockets themselves, who were coming off a 2-game winning streak against the Dallas Mavericks and the New Orleans Pelicans, just lost last night to the Indiana Pacers, 123-117. A really tough loss for the Rockets, although Alperen Sengun in the last 2 games has played extremely great basketball, as last night he had 30 points with 16 rebounds, 5 assists and 4 steals. A couple nights before that against the Pelicans, which was Saturday, he had 37 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists for the Rockets. That is his stat line in the last 2 games. Jalen Green has had enormous struggles in the last couple of games with the Rockets, and Durant and Booker have been struggling for the Phoenix Suns. This will also, I'm so excited for this, and I was gonna see about maybe trying to get tickets to tonight's game. Tickets are a little expensive, I would think, for a couple reasons. Number one, Devin Booker and Kevin Durant in town. Also, maybe tickets being a little bit expensive, maybe than they usually might be, just because it's the holiday season, a couple days after Christmas, around New Year's. I don't know. Or maybe everybody's just excited Eric Gordon's back. But Eric Gordon, who spent 6 seasons with the Rockets. I loved Eric Gordon when he was here. I got to meet him a couple of times, and he's a really just good stand-up dude. And he stood up when the Rockets were going through their troubled times. Everybody pushed their way out of Houston. Russell Westbrook, James Harden, PJ Tucker. But Eric Gordon, even if he won, even John Wall as well, other players that, Boogie Cousins, I know he wasn't here for long. I know that it was a tough time, and sure, players want to win, but Eric Gordon, even if he wanted to leave, he still stuck around. And he's also mentioned that he would have stayed if that's what it took. And I just love his loyalty for the Rockets, and I really wanted to be there at Toyota Center for the first game back for him. And I know there's recently in the news, he's had some frustration with the Phoenix Suns that play basketball. He wants the ball more. He wants to take more shots, which I do agree with that. But I just really love Eric Gordon. Loved him when he was here. He contributed so much to the winning teams, and he also contributes so much to the losing teams as well. How can you contribute to a losing team? Share your veteran experience to the young guys, and I think he really helped these young guys with their development, and it was a really good part for them in the couple seasons he was playing in the 2021-22 season and the 2022-23 season. For the half of the season he was on the team before he got traded to the Clippers. So I really love EG, man. Wish I could be there for his return tonight, but I know there will be a tribute video to that. That's something I really want to see, that tribute video for Eric Gordon. But what a career with the Rockets in his 6 seasons with the Rockets. Getting into some predictions for this game, I'm here to preview this matchup. This is the Rockets' 29th regular season matchup. Let's get into some starting lineups. Phoenix starters, Bradley Beal's out. Jusuf Nurkic is probable. Starting lineup for the Suns, Jusuf Nurkic should be in. Devin Booker. You got Booker, Durant, Nurkic in the starting lineup. I guess Josh Okogie should be starting for the Suns as well. And I really don't know who that 5th starter for Phoenix would be. And then for the Rockets, their starting lineup, I don't know what their starting lineup will be either. Obviously, Fred VanVleet, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Sengun are locks in the lineup, but Dillon Brooks is questionable tonight. He's a game-time decision. If he plays, he will for sure be a starter, like he's been in every game he's played in this season. But Jalen Green, the last 2 games, he has not reached 25 minutes in his last 2 games played. He has played terrible. He has not been able to reach 10 points in either one of those contests. And I just I'm starting to feel that the Rockets could be near to benching Jalen Green. I don't think it will happen in this game, and especially if Dillon Brooks is not active against the Suns. If Dillon Brooks is a no-go in this game, Jalen Green will for sure be starting. But I think at one point, Ime Udoka is going to have to start to think, should we bench Jalen? Should we see how he plays coming off the bench? I don't think it will happen. I think Jalen will still start in this game. I don't think Ime Udoka's, sure, he might be thinking, all right, this continues, we got to make this change. I think Jalen's going to still be starting this game. He's had some success in his career over the Phoenix Suns, but I think this could be the last straw for Jalen Green. So starters, you got Van Vliet, you got Jalen Green, you have Dillon Brooks if he is healthy. I think Dillon Brooks will be good to go for this one against the Suns, but with him leaving last night with an injury and it being a back-to-back, I also wouldn't be surprised if the Rockets want to give him rest tonight. But Jabari at the power forward and Alperen Sengun at the center. Question is, if Brooks is not available tonight, who is entering the starting lineup? Do you want to ruin how good of a success Tari Eason is having off the bench? I would think Tari Eason has to be the favorite to come, into the starting lineup. But with how good he's playing off the bench, I don't know if I would take him off that second unit. I think a couple other options is Aaron Holiday, maybe even Jeff Green or Jae'Sean Tate. I would, call me crazy, but I'd honestly go with Jae'Sean Tate. He's a guy who's a great rebounder. He's a great defender. I don't want to ruin how good Tari Eason is playing off the bench, although I do think it will probably be Tari Eason, and I think he would be able to adapt fine getting into the starting lineup if Dillon Brooks is off, if Dillon Brooks is out tonight against the Suns. Getting to some predictions for this game against the Phoenix Suns. I want to say the Rockets, who have been great at home this season, they're 12-3. And they just took their third home loss last night, and they played great basketball when playing at home tonight. But they're running into a Phoenix Suns team who is very cold, and that's what just happened last night with the Indiana Pacers. This Indiana Pacers team has been struggling. They're a really solid team. They made it to the in-season tournament finals, beating the Celtics and the Bucks. We know they have good potential. They have not been showing it since the in-season tournament finals, and they've actually been quite terrible since the in-season tournament finals. So they kind of really let the Rockets have it last night. And the Phoenix Suns were frustrated. Devin Booker has had some success against the Rockets in his career. I just feel like Devin Booker is coming into H-Town tonight. I see a really good game from Booker. I see a really good game for Durant, who's also who's had real good success in his career against the Rockets. Just bad matchup in my opinion for the Rockets. The Rockets need to get some better perimeter defense in this ball game because their perimeter defense has not been good at all in the last couple games. But let's see what the Rockets can do. I think look what the Rockets have done in the last couple games before this. You beat the Pelicans. You competed with the Pacers as well. I know you beat the Mavericks. That was without a billion players. But I think there's a chance for the Rockets tonight. But with a Phoenix Suns team who is struggling and they have talent, and they're also getting back Jusuf Nurkic tonight, most likely. I just feel like this might be a bad run-in for the Houston Rockets tonight. But let's hope the Rockets get a win. EG's back in town. Two respectable players in Devin Booker and Kevin Durant in H-Town as well. 2 days after Christmas. Let me know your thoughts on tonight's game in the comment section. Give me your predictions, and peace out. Go Rockets.